everyone, this is Sunyoung and I'm Halfaamazing, and I'm going to talk about living in Korea in the summer. Oh, I'm out of focus. Hello? Okay. Korea has some really weird bugs. So the bees here are actually like the fuzzy ones. I mean, I've seen the fuzzy ones in Minnesota, but those are like, you either have the really fuzzy poofy ones or you got the mean, like no hair on them, skin, I'm gonna come kill you kind of bugs. Here, it's like you get the fuzzy bees. I've actually not seen a wasp, now that I think about it. I know that they have them, I just haven't seen them. I have, however, seen something that looks like a wasp, but it's entirely black. I don't know if that's their version of a wasp, but they're so scary. Like, if you were to ask me what my top fears are, of course you know what the first one is because I've made a whole video about it. But the second one is by far bees. People are like, well, why is that? Are you allergic? No. Bees just hate me. They find every excuse to land on me and come at me and sting me even when I'm not doing anything wrong. The first time I remember when I got stung, I was with my great-grandma in Iowa, and I was walking and I saw a flower and I was like, oh, look, a flower. Pointed at the flower, bee stung me. Wow. I was at camp and they had these hornets right where we had our like morning get-together, here's what we're gonna do today kind of announcements, and I was wearing a flip-flop. And I was standing so that, you know, like when your shoe's like this but your foot's like this because you're like about to go. I was standing like that for a while because I was about to go, and then my friend was like, I wanted to talk to you about something. A hornet flew under my foot just as I stepped down and it stung me twice in the heel. Then I had to walk up the hill to the infirmary, which was really fun. Yeah, good times. I've gotten stung grabbing an inner tube in the pool. A bee landed on my face at my friend's soccer game just because it felt like it. Fun stuff. Oh! This is my family and I's favorite story. So we, as a family, decided we were going to drive to South Dakota. We were driving past Mount Rushmore, right? And my mom was like, ooh, Mount Rushmore. We stopped somewhere. I'm not sure if it was to look at the mountain or what, but we rolled the windows down and we're looking and we closed them back up, kept driving, you know, along the mountains. And so my mom was driving. My dad was sitting next to her. My brother was, you know, in the back left and I was in the back right. That's how we always sit in the car. Someone in the car, I don't remember who, was like, I think I saw something like a bee fly into the car. And I said right at that moment, I was like, listen, if a bee flew into this car, I will jump out, no doubt about it. A couple minutes later, on the inside of my dad's window, crawling on it, was, guess what? A bee! I was like, Dad, there's a bee on the window, there's a bee on the window. So he rolled it, he quick grabbed whatever, like a newspaper or something that was next to him, he rolled it up and he said, where? But by that time, the bee had already actually flown down under his seat, and I knew at that moment that it was gonna come flying up at me, and that's exactly what it did. And so I ducked, you know, kind of ducked out of the way, and it was sitting on my window right here. So I'm screaming like, oh my gosh, the bee's right there, it's right there! And my dad wasn't listening to me, and so I unbuckled my seatbelt and I sat on my brother in the next seat over. Here's basically the scene. My dad with a rolled up newspaper going, oh my gosh, where is it? Where's the bee? Me screaming my head off, and my brother saying, get off me! Get off! Oh my gosh, where is it? Where's the bee? And my mom's just driving down the road laughing her head off because it's so funny to her. Somehow the bee disappeared, and I got back into my seat, and my mom was like, your lips are blue. They actually were. My lips were blue, and my legs, I was like, my legs feel like jelly. I don't like bees, moral of the story. Anyway, bugs in Korea are entirely a different thing. I've seen crazy things. I've seen little wormies in my room. I've seen like a clear, see-through kind of a roly-poly, which was weird. There's not been really a bug here that I've been like, that's normal. I don't know what you call them, but twice in Korea so far, I have seen, I don't know, a centipede thing? Like a full-on centipede. I have never seen that. So in Korea, I think they call them like money bugs, because I think if you see them, that means a lot of money's coming your way or something, which is great, but also those are disgusting. So I was walking up the stairs to my house with my friend. She was gonna come over and we were gonna watch a movie, right? And I was like typing in the code to my room and she was like, what is that? I turn around and there's this, on the wall, there's this giant centipede. We freaked out, and I took a picture of it. We ran back inside, and then when she was leaving the house, going down the stairs, we saw it again, but like down on a lower level and like on the ceiling, so there was no way around it. And I was like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? Like, how are we gonna get around the bug? So she's like, okay, I got this. She takes off her shoe and she throws it, and it actually worked. The thing's, you know, skidded off somewhere, and we never saw it again. Ooh, they give me the heebie-jeebies because they got the long legs. Anything with long legs, ugh. Especially if it flies. Bug time. Bug stories. Bug stories with Sonia. Whoa. Hold up. I'm actually like really loopy right now because I've been studying super hard for finals, and then once finals ended, it wasn't over because this Sunday I have to take the TOPIK test. It is the standardized test for Korean language, and I have to get the highest score. So I haven't been able to stop studying. I've also had a few intruders. The first one was the most horrifying of them. I decided it'd be a good idea to leave my window open, which normally it is. Like, I don't know how bugs get in my window. Somehow they do. There's a screen, there's like 7 layers of window. I don't know how they get in, but they got in, and it was nighttime, and I was watching Netflix, and I heard that horrifying sound in my ear, and I looked behind me, and there's this big, black, I don't even know what it was. Imagine, like, if you know what a Boxelder bug is, imagine just all black and on steroids. That's basically what it looks like. And it was flying around by my light, like up there, and I panicked. I shot into my bathroom, and I slammed the door shut, and I sat in there for like 10 minutes panicking, like, oh my gosh, what do I do? It's 10 p.m., I can't call anybody, no one lives around here. And so, after panicking, I started to think, I'm in the bathroom. The bathroom has weapons. In one hand, I had my hairspray, and in the other hand, I had my dry shampoo. And I was like, I'm ready. So I cracked my door open and I looked out and I was like, where is he? So he was crawling on the ceiling. I was like, okay, I gotta figure out which one to do. And I tried this one first, and it doesn't spray far at all. This one though, this has some power. You see that? From the bathroom door, you know, I'm hiding in case he decides to fly. I like sprayed the crap out of him. Whole room smelled like dry shampoo. It was in my mouth. I could taste it. It was in my lungs. It was in my nose, but I didn't care. It was on my floor. I had like everything in my room was just like covered with a thin layer of this dust. Eventually, he got distressed and fell down, right? But after that, I tried to find his body and I couldn't find it anywhere. There's like a dead body in my room, I swear, and I have no idea where it is. Second offender in my room was in the morning. There was this weird, I don't know what it was. It was like a thin bug with long legs. I was laying in my bed, and the minute I open my eyes, I see it crawling on my ceiling, and I'm like, excuse me? No. What a wake-up call. And then I had the fruit fly problem, which is the problem that I'm still dealing with. There was one day when I noticed that lots of flies were spawning in my room. I have no idea why, right? At first it was just a few, and then I would wake up the next morning and there'd be like 10 more than there was yesterday, and then I wake up the next morning and there'd be like 10 more than there was yesterday, things like this. And I was studying for finals, so I didn't have time to go like looking around and figuring out like what all the issues were, but it started to bother me because I had to stay in my room and write papers all day, and I had like flies going, you know, this way and that way, and I saw them breeding in my room. I saw them breeding in my room. Like I was studying and I saw like this thick bug, and I was like, what is that? And I noticed it's not one thick bug, it was like 2 bugs, and they were like attached to each other, flying around. It was like this weird amalgamation of bugs, and I was like, excuse me, no, not in my room, not today. And I just killed them right in the middle. I didn't know what to do except for just to keep killing them. So the only thing I didn't have a fly swatter, and it was getting hard to catch them. These bugs have like different personalities. Some of them, they never land. They're like, oh, I'm zooming all over the place. Some of them love me too much. There was one that was just circling my head constantly, no matter where I went. In the bathroom, out here. flying in my ears. Okay, that is the worst feeling. So anyway, armed with only this is how I killed them for the entire finals period. Because I didn't know how to kill them. And so I would use this, but the bad thing with this is when you spray it, it sprays like a layer of hairspray onto whatever is under it. And so my computer, my desk, everything, my floor got covered in hairspray, which is not ideal. So I was like, there has to be a better way to kill these guys. But let me just show you, okay? I have around my room the carcasses and dead bodies of the flies I have killed. And some of you might be wondering, well, Sunyoung, why don't you clean it? It's a warning. I'm telling all the other bugs, you come in here, you die. These are my like effigies that I've laid up around my house, okay? So I will just show you all of the, let's see, there's one down here. Boop-a-doo. See him, hello. I've got a lot of dead bodies up there, but I don't actually know how to get them down, so that's fun. I have another one here. This is the one that was buzzing around my head the whole time, so I got that guy. The worst though is the window, because that's where they like to go. So yes, I have posters. The reason that I have them, because I thought maybe they would block the sun, because the sun shines right into my room in the morning, but you know, it doesn't work. I need real curtains. Yep, we got a friend. See? Hello, friend. There's one. You notice all your dead friends behind this poster? This is actually behind the poster. The sun is reflecting. You see the little guy moving back there. So a lot of them like to go under this specific poster. Maybe because it's green and it looks like outside. I'm not sure, but yeah, I smashed them. Oh, we have 2 friends. Oh, wow. Now we have 1. And all down here are bugs that I have killed. I was like, there's gotta be something, right? They gotta be coming from somewhere, so I tried everything. So overnight I would leave the bathroom door closed. Maybe they were coming from the pipes in the bathroom. Nope, still the same. I would leave the bathroom door closed and plug the sink. Nope, still the same. Even then, I plugged up all of the sides of my closet with not toilet paper, with Kleenex. Maybe they were coming out from behind there. Nope, had no effect. Until one day, my friends had just been over. I was cleaning, putting away the trash. Okay, here's the thing about cleaning trash. You have to buy special trash bags like this and put, this is for regular trash, and this is for food trash. So I had a food bag that I had totally forgotten about, sitting under my bed for God knows how long. It was one of those, you know, facepalm moments. So I threw it away, and magically, once I killed the rest of the remaining flies, so I went to Daiso, which is like basically the most amazing store on planet Earth, and I bought fruit fly traps. And it was like liquid that you pour in a thing, and it's got little holes, and so they're supposed to be drawn to the smell. They go inside, they drown, right? That's the idea. Tried that, didn't work at all. Until I discovered my new favorite toy, this mama. All of my Asian American friends, for some reason, had them. And I always wondered, you know, what is this? And why doesn't everyone have one? So basically what this is you got 2 buttons. You have to press them both at the same time, that lights up. All you gotta do is wave it through the air like a tennis racket, and anything that flies in between here gets zapped. So much fun. I've actually like watched when I did it. It makes a spark, and then you can see like something floating down, like a little bit of dust or something. I like have cremated the fruit flies with this amazing invention. I love it so much. So just as a forewarning, if you're living in Korea, because I know they have half basements and they have first floor rooms, but those always get the most bugs because either you're under the ground or you're right on level with the ground, and so there's, you know, ways they can find to get into the house and into your room. So if you're okay with bugs, then that's fine, but if you're not okay with them, stay on the higher levels. Check your house, like the age of the building, because older buildings tend to have, you know, they're more musty, so they attract more bugs. They have a lot of cracks. Like my room has a lot of cracks in it. I'm gonna try to get duct tape, and like even you can see like here along the top. Seal cracks in your house. Live on higher floors. If you're really not okay with killing any kind of bug, I would recommend staying in a newer building. Mine is a little bit older. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, press that like button, and if you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe.